Let's talk about some products I've gone through. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are going to be going through all of the products that I have completely gone through in the past couple of months. I don't think I did this for a couple months since it takes me some time to actually go through them, but I have quite a few that I have gone through recently. We have some really good ones and some ones that I want to talk about. We have both skincare and makeup, and we have like a good selection of both. Usually I talk too much in these, so I'm gonna try and speed it up this time so it's not like half an hour long. Not a lot of people watch these to begin with, so it doesn't need to be half an hour. I'm gonna start us off on a good note, and you'll probably be able to tell from the packaging that I like this, but this is the Simple Kind of Skin Moisturizing Face Wash. I loved this face wash. I loved this face wash. It was like only $8 from the drugstore. I got it at Meijer. It's cruelty-free, fragrance-free, vegan, gentle on the skin. I absolutely loved it. I'm a huge fan of the brand. So I went back to get this to the same store that I bought it, and they didn't have it. And I was like, okay, that's weird, because like I bought the last one like a few months ago. It seems like they haven't restocked it. So I went online and tried to find it, and I think they discontinued this product. I was searching for it on Target, on Walmart, like all the other websites, and I couldn't find this specific one. They have other face washes that I saw, but I couldn't find the specific one. So I love this. If I could find it in store again or online, I'd definitely repurchase this. So if you know where to find this, if this is not discontinued and you see it, snatch it up, because it's only $8. It lasted me a long time. I wanted to get every bit out, so I broke the tube open. It was a pretty good face wash for taking off makeup, which was surprising. Like, I would use this as my second cleanse, but then I would also just use this in the morning, so it's very versatile, and I love it. So there we have it. On to one I did not love so much. I talked about this in a video a while ago. It was like products I regret buying. This is the Seriously Soothing Cleansing Cream from Acure. I also cut this open to get more out, but I'll explain why. I really like this brand because it's cruelty-free. They have a lot of good ingredients. It's vegan, you know. As I said in the other video, this, although it says it's seriously soothing and like it should be good for sensitive skin, this burned the heck out of my eyes. I don't even remember if it was good for removing makeup. I think it was, but it burned my eyes. So I stopped using it because I would want to use it to remove my makeup. A lot of my makeup is on my eyes and it would just burn. So I started using this as a body wash, which did not burn my eyes because it was on my body. And that's why it's completely out, because I was like, I don't want to use this as a face wash, but I want to use it up. So that's what I used it for. I would not repurchase this, and I'm a little skeptical about Acure products going forward, and which leads me on to my next one. It is the Brightening Night Cream from Acure. Now, I've heard pretty good things about this brand. However, this also did not work well for me. It is a night cream, which you typically expect extra moisture from a night cream because you want to lock in all the moisture overnight, and then you might go for something a little bit lighter during the day. That's typically how night creams are formulated. This was not enough. When I would use this, I found my skin still felt tight and dry, so I would have to use like a face oil. I used the ordinary rosehip seed oil over this to get enough hydration, or else my skin would just feel parched as I went to bed. So I don't know why they market it as a night cream. If you have really oily skin, maybe using this in the morning, because it's really not that hydrating, which is super surprising. I don't know what it is. As far as the brightening aspect, I didn't really notice a difference. I was just really excited to be done with this because it was just not working well for my skin. To be honest, the only products from Acure that I've tried and genuinely liked are their body products, like body wash and body lotion. So as far as face products go, I've experienced a lot of misses with them. Next, we have the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer. I was really excited to try this because I have tried their Holy Hydration moisturizer in a pot that I believe it's marketed as a night cream. And I love the brand e.l.f. They are cruelty-free, which is amazing. They are affordable, available in the drugstore. I really like this. It was pretty good. Their Holy Hydration line is pretty good at actually hydrating, and it's super gentle. Smells good, so it's great for sensitive skin. I really enjoyed this. I sucked up all I could out of it. It is a pump, which is nice. I would use about 2 pumps in the morning, and I really like this. It does say it has hyaluronic acid, jojoba seed oil, grapeseed oil, and bilberry oil. So it's got some good things in there. I do like the packaging. I like a pump in a bottle or in a tube. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. I also would probably just recommend their Holy Hydration line in general, so this is a good one. Okay, this is not skincare. I guess I do have a hair care product. This is the Curology Color Fanatic Top Coat and Sheer. I got this with a set. I wanted to try the Curology like Hydrate line, I think. It's like the purple bottles, and this came in the set. And it says it's a high gloss top coat. It is supposed to restore shine while leaving your hair soft and silky and your hair color beautifully reflective. I didn't notice any kind of difference with this, honestly. I used it and I felt like my hair wasn't actually shinier or silkier, so I just don't think this is actually worth it. This is another product that I just like wanted to use up to get it out of my shower because I didn't really see any results from it. I felt like I had to finish it, so I would not recommend. I don't know why it didn't work for me, but it really, I didn't notice a difference at all. Okay, now moving on to makeup. I have 3 primers that I'm going to go over because I've had a bunch that I have so much makeup and I'm trying to go through it, and I'm trying to be better about overconsumption where I don't purchase a bunch of new products unless I finish up the ones I have. First one I'm going to talk about is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and this is a small sample size that I got in an Ipsy bag or something. It was pretty good. It is one of the primers I would say I did actually notice a difference. I have a video on if primers actually do make a difference where I tested out different primers with different foundations and did like side by side to see if it actually did anything. And honestly, most of them did not make a difference. This one did. It does have like that grip to it. So when your foundation goes over it, it kind of like keeps it there a little bit better. I don't think I would purchase the full size of this because Milk is a more expensive brand, and I don't think the primer was that good, like that it made that much of a difference to where I would spend that much money on it. And I've also heard that there is an e.l.f. dupe out there that's like a same kind of gripping primer. So while I like this, I would not repurchase it. The next one we have is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. This is also like a sample size I got in an Ipsy bag or Sephora sample or something like that. This didn't really do much for me. It says pores be gone, but I didn't notice a smoothing or blurring effect of my pores really at all. I feel like I have other ones that actually do blur my pores, and since First Aid Beauty is also like not drugstore pricing, I would not purchase the full price because if you're not blurring my pores, like the name Pores Be Gone, you're not really doing what you're supposed to do. All right, this next one I've had for a long time, okay? I had like the tiniest bit left and I didn't want to get rid of it. But this is the Thank Me Later Face Primer from Elizabeth Mott. I got a sample size of this in an Ipsy bag and I absolutely loved this so much that I purchased the full size. I'm not sure if Elizabeth Mott is cruelty-free because that is before I started purchasing only cruelty-free products. It says it's mattifying, long-lasting, and pore minimizing. It is pore minimizing. Like what this one says it's gonna be, this one definitely is, and I absolutely love it. It's a very similar color and texture to the e.l.f. Putty Primer, but I would say that this does disguise your pores even better than the putty primer. I really like this, but it worked really good. So on the days that I do want to kind of minimize my pores, which isn't every day, this worked really, really well. Perfect. So this is actually a Korean brand. I didn't know that. It's made in South Korea and it is cruelty-free, which is awesome. So I could only find this online at the time, but I want to look more into this brand because if it's cruelty-free, you know I'm gonna like it. Along with your base, I have 2 makeup setting sprays that I want to talk about. The first is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This has definitely gotten some hype over the time. I really liked it. I felt like this was something that actually did make my makeup last longer. A lot of setting sprays I just use to kind of like set and make like powder or foundation look more like set into my skin. and it kind of just makes the texture look better. If anything looks too powdery, it tones it down. However, this is one of the few setting sprays that I've tried that I feel like when I used it, it actually made my makeup more long lasting. So I would use it for like important days when I had like a full face of makeup that I wanted to stay all day. I did go through it kind of quickly because it's only 2 ounces. Is Milani cruelty free? Okay, Milani is also cruelty free, so that is awesome. So yeah, I would buy this. And since I'm finishing up 2 right now, I'm actually going to be trying a couple more. So maybe I'll repurchase. The other one is the Catrice Prime and Fine Illuminating Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This is one that I have purchased before. I really like this. This, like, if you really want a dewy look, this is your girl. When it's filled, you can tell like it has like shimmer in it. Not that like that emphasizes texture, but it looks beautiful on the skin. If you're looking dry and crusty, or if your foundation is just not looking right, this sets it just like, so beautifully, makes everything look more like blended in, more like seamless into your skin. This is just a lifesaver when you have a foundation or a powder that is just like really looking rough on your skin. I really like this. It does give a lot of glow. So if you're not into a lot of glow, this would not be the one for you. And if you're already using it over like a dewy foundation, a dewy primer, a lot of highlighter, stuff like that, you will be glowing, okay? So like, beware, it's heavily glowy. But the mister is good. I have purchased like, I think this is my 4th bottle that I like finally finished up. So I really like this, so I would repurchase this. I just have some other setting sprays that I have to go through first. Does anyone else have like stipulations? Like, I can't buy a new setting spray until I finish at least this, this, and this. So I have some in my drawer. I'm like, all right, I have to go through these, start using them up before I allow myself to go back to Ulta. Okay, let's talk about brows. I have 3 brow products. Like, apparently I've just been pounding through them lately. Okay, this one is completely like rubbing off. Okay, so apparently this is LA Colors Browy Wowie. I can kind of see it, like it's barely there. Like you can barely see anything on this. This is like a fine tip brow pencil. I was not a huge fan of this. LA Colors, I don't actually believe is cruelty free. I'm not sure how I got this in my possession, honestly, but it wasn't really special. It's like fine for the price. I've tried so many others that just glide on better, that stay better. I felt like this kind of like rubbed off really easily. So I wouldn't repurchase this. Next one is the Profusion Cosmetics Good Brow Day Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. I really like fine tip brow pencils. That's like the only thing I buy nowadays. And I really like this one. The Revolution brow products I think are great. This one was just a good shade match. It stayed on throughout the day. It glided on as I applied it really well. It was like a good mix of being waxy but not too waxy, because I don't like it when it's like too stiff and you have to press down too hard, but I also don't want it to where it glides on so easily that it could rub off super easily like this. So I would repurchase this. Profusion is pretty affordable. I got this at Walmart, so I would definitely go back and get that again. And the last brow product we have is the AOA Slim Brow. This also was a really good price. AOA Studios is so cheap. Most of their stuff is only $1. So I did like this, but I felt like it kind of had a similar issue to the LA Colors where it wiped off really easily. It did like glide on so smoothly, but it didn't have a ton of wax for staying power. So like if I were to like wipe with my finger, it would come off pretty easily. I just wish the tip was a little bit stiffer, had a little bit more wax in it to keep the hairs and to keep just the product in place. Overall, I'd say I like it more than the LA Colors one, but I think there are just better products that I've tried that are out there, so I wouldn't necessarily repurchase this. I will say that, it's a good backup, so if I do an AOA order, maybe. Now we have some eye products. This is the LA Colors Metallic Liquid Liner in the shade Metallic Rose Gold. So this is another LA Colors brand. I'm not sure why, if they're not cruelty free. I don't know if I knew when I purchased these, but that's my bad. So I did look it up and they are not. This I did not like. I'll show you the tip. And hopefully you can tell it looks like chunky and dried out. That's not because it's old. It was pretty much like that most of the time. Like if I shook it, mixed it up, and then like scrape the sides, I could get it to look good. However, the other thing is it did not have good staying power. Like, this is certainly not waterproof. It doesn't claim to be, but if I had like tears in my eyes or something that would be in like the corners, it would come off super easily. It wouldn't last throughout the day. So if you have oily eyelids or sweating at all, I don't think this a single time lasted me throughout the day to where it didn't like come off somewhat. So yeah, not too keen on LA Colors right now. The other one is the Honest Beauty Liquid Eyeliner. This I got because it was on clearance for like $5 or $6 at Target and I wanted to try it. I don't think I've actually ever tried anything from Honest Beauty before. It is a felt tip and a pot. I definitely prefer a pen tip, like pen eyeliner, and a brush tip. So I knew when I purchased this, it wasn't probably gonna be my favorite eyeliner. I did like the formula. I also loved that it's very black. So I honestly didn't mind using this despite it being felt tip and a pot. Personally, I don't think I would repurchase it for those two reasons, but I think it was great to try. And if you do like felt tip and you like pot, I think that this is a great little eyeliner. I'm having a lot of mess ups in this. Beautifully dark black, looked kind of like satin, a little bit shiny. It doesn't say on this if it is waterproof. It may have said it on the box, so I'm not positive on that. And it seemed to do okay as far as waterproof. I don't even know if it claimed to though. Last product we have, this is the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Curl and Hold Mascara. I got this because I've tried the Essence Lash Princess mascaras and those are like so hyped and I really like those, but I was like, all right, if they're doing this right, let me try out some of their other mascaras. And I feel like curling and holding is what my lashes struggle with. They just like go straight out and they don't hold a curl very well typically. Like throughout the day they just fall down. So it's like, all right, this actually does that for 18 hours. Perfect. Essence makes some great mascaras. Unfortunately, I think I will stick to the Lash Princess mascaras. The brush for this, I did like. It has like a bunch of fine bristles. So I like the brush, but the formula just didn't really do it for me. As far as curling, didn't really do much. Holding, didn't really do much. I had much better look and hold with the Lash Princess mascara than this one. I mean, I feel like it didn't really give me much volume at all. When I would use this, I tended to use it with another mascara because I didn't feel like it made my lashes pop enough with just this. So unfortunately, I do not think I would repurchase this, nor would I really recommend it. All right, those are all of the products I have today. Hopefully this isn't half an hour long. If it is, I hope somebody is still watching. If you enjoyed this video and found anything in it helpful, I would really appreciate if you would give this a thumbs up. You can also comment down below. Anything really helps out my channel, especially as such a small, tiny little channel that gets not a lot of views. Your engagement really helps me out. Not to guilt trip you, but anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.